songs. It's Ian from RTO here. Welcome to Retro Ranking, where we concentrate more on songs or anything that's different from the album ranking, really. You don't know what you're going to get. But today you're getting an artiste, part of a great duo from the 70s and the late 60s. He was with Simon and Garfunkel. But today we're going to concentrate on the songs of Paul Simon. Born Paul Frederick Simon, 13th of October 1941. Of course, Art was his school friend. They met in 1953. Had a very successful career. They sort of had a bit of they've had a sort of rocky relationship, but they went their separate ways. Have been back together. But Paul Simon has wrote some great songs through his career. I love Paul Simon's stuff. It's always been a little bit different. So I've picked my top 10 favourite songs by Paul Simon, which was a difficult task. And I've got some honourable mentions as well. So let's crack on. So coming in at number 10, we go to 1986. Now, I don't know why this didn't do well in the charts. It didn't do well anywhere. It came out in 1986. It got to number 98 here in the UK and only number 81 in America. And it's the title track from Graceland. I love this. It's got a great little groovy bass line. I just don't understand why it didn't do well. I really like this track. I like that sort of stop-start feel to it as well. Very, very good track, and it should have done better in my books. Okay, coming in at number 9, we get to 1972 now. Then this was a single. It got to number 5 here in the UK, number 4 in America, and it is Mother and Child Reunion. I love this because it's got that Caribbean feel to it. It's them keyboards that really give it that sort of summery feel as well. It's a fine vocal from Paul Simon. Just a real quirky little song, really. Okay, coming in at number 8, we go back to 1986. Got to number 4 here in the UK and number 2 in the US. And it's the brilliant You Can Call Me Al. Great track, but what makes this is that wonderful video with Chevy Chase. Because Paul and Chevy look very similar, and I think that's how it worked. I think it's a brilliant little track, and I do like that video. It's one of the best videos that Paul Simon ever made. Okay, number 7, one of his later tracks now, 1990. Was a single. It got to number 15 here in the UK, but only managed 92 in the USA, and it's The Obvious Child. I just love that drumming at the beginning. It's got that military style to it. It's a great tune. I think it's got a touch of Cecilia in here as well, and that's why I probably like it. I like these sort of quirky little songs, and that one is one of those. Okay, coming in at number 6, we go to 1975 for this one. Number 23 here in the UK, but was a big number 1 hit in America, and of course, it is 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. Classic Paul Simon. The lyrics are really good in this. It's a bit of tongue-in-cheek as well. I think this is a great track. I've always liked listening to that. Okay, number 5. A track that was only released in America as a single, and it got to number 23. And it's a duo that he did with Phoebe Snow. And it's called Gone at Last. This is always say, Paul Simon does a little bit of gospel, and it's got that real clap your hands gospel feel to it. And Phoebe Snow, what a set of lungs that lady's got. I think she's the powerhouse of this song. And then you've got Paul just with his gentle lyrics and vocals. Fabulous little song. Okay, coming in number 4, we go to 1987. Single released. Number 15 here in the UK. Number 86 in America. And it's The Boy in the Bubble. I don't understand why it didn't do well in America. I love that accordion at the beginning. It drives the song. You've got this great vocal from Paul. It's a really good version, and I remember that Peter Gabriel did a version of this as well, and that's pretty good. It's just a fantastic song. Okay, coming in at number 3. We go back to 1965 now, and a song that was on the Paul Simon songbook, and it's called A Most Peculiar Man. Wonderful story about this gentleman. I don't know if it's someone that Paul knew. It's a very sad song, and there's one verse, and it's called, he says, he died last Saturday. He turned on the gas and went to sleep with the windows closed, so he could never wake up. It's just very sad. It's a very moving song from Paul. I don't know if it's based on anyone he knew, but it is wonderful. It's sad, but it's very powerful. Okay, coming at number 2 from 1980, another single. Only got to number 51 over here. I got to number 6 in America, and it's called Late in the Evening. Great little percussion with a fantastic groovy bass line that sort of drags you in. I'm surprised it didn't do any better in the UK, but it's a typical Paul Simon song, which I absolutely adore. It is a wonderful song. But my number 1 song from 1972, number 15 here in the UK, number 22 in America, and it's Me and Julio, Down in the School by the Schoolyard. I love its fun, I love the lyrics, I love the upbeat track to it, the whistling's fun. There's just things about this that you just love. It's just got a good feel factor to that song, and I do remember this being played a lot as a kid. Really fun track. So there's my top 10, but I have got some tracks that I just couldn't leave out in the honourable mentions, and the first one is from 1976. Only made the US charts at number 40, and I can understand why, because it's a brilliant song. It's called Still Crazy After All These Years. It's about meeting an ex-lover many years later, and they sort of reminisce and saying that you're still as crazy as he was then. I think I've had them conversations with some of my ex-partners. It's a wonderful song, and I think everybody sort of can relate to that one. Okay, my next one comes from 73, and this got to number 2 in the US, and it's Kodachrome. Very popular song in America, never got over here, but it's a song that everyone in the UK knows, which is a bit weird, isn't it, that it never charted, but everybody knows this song, and it's just a fine example of one of them little groove songs that Paul did. Fantastic. Okay, my last one today was from 75, and it was the B-side of Gone at Last, but it made number 7 on it in the UK in 1973, and it's Take Me to the Mardi Gras. The backing vocals are great. I love that acoustic start. It's a fun number. It's, feel good. Absolutely fantastic little track. So there we go. There's some Paul Simon. We will eventually get round to doing album rankings of both Simon and Garfunkel, Paul Simon and Art all together. Yeah, that will come up at some stage. So that's all for today. We'll be back tomorrow. Marathon day, and we got a great one today. Something that we're lacking over here, a bit of sun. So I thought I'd bring some sunshine to us, and we're going to look at the album rank of start again here. We'll bring some sunshine and fun with Bob Marley and the Wailers tomorrow. So looking forward to that. What a great band. So have a great day. It's miserable as sin here in Northampton. Yesterday it was a horrible night. So if it stops raining, we'll go out for a walk. But if not, we'll just have to stay in and keep warm. So have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.